I'm Aaron Gallo.
I'm Marty Hogan.
And I'm Eric Berry.
And we're from the Starfleet Escape podcast. And you're listening to another great Four-Eyed Radio product. For more shows, check out foureyedradio.com.
It's your good pal, Steve-O from the Four-Eyed Radio Network. I'm here to talk to you about a wonderful designer we all know, Revenge Lover. Illustrates and designs that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, please visit revengelover.com. And just do yourself a favor and tell them Steve-O sent you. I know it really doesn't count for anything, but, I mean, come on. Who are you gonna trust? You gonna trust somebody else? No, you're gonna trust me, Steve-O. Because, face it, I'm awesome.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another week of Appropriately Inappropriate. We hope you enjoyed last week's episode with Andy Steinberg. His show was sensational, so thank you for those of you that came out. Although I don't know why I'm thanking you, thank yourselves, because that was a really good show. I'm one of your two co-hosts, Kevin Elliott. You can follow me on Twitter, at I am Kevin Elliott. Across from me is my lovely pregnant co-host,
What's up, everybody? It's me, Nancy. You can follow me on Instagram at ngaragus.
Have you been posting pictures, follow-up pictures of your pregnancy?
I haven't posted anything, so maybe we'll take one today, because I look really pregnant now. I mean, before...
She does.
Maybe I just looked like I ate so much pizza or something.
Maybe.
Now it's like...
We had to push the desk back away from her.
I parked too close to the wall in my garage the other day, and I couldn't get out and had to repark.
Wow, because you were so pregnant.
Yeah, I'm there.
That's just, it's rough when you have to sit in the backseat of your car to drive.
Oh my God, I'm so there. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sick too, so that sucks too. But other than that, so Kevin and I used to have this thing we did, and it was kind of negative, so we stopped doing it. But I think it's time to bring it back. And I don't know if it's just me, like, being really pregnant and kind of pissed off.
What is it?
It was our
the shit list.
Yes.
Oh, the shit list was fun. I used to get so angry at everything all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm in a good mood.
You are? Okay. Well,
I just woke up from a nap, so I'm like, I'm not mad at anything right now.
So did I. So I'm actually in a good mood too, because...
That's actually not true. I just bitched to Nancy for 10 minutes about something.
But he was smiling the whole time, I promise. So I had an experience the other day that reminded me of the shit list, and I thought, maybe we'll just bring it back, just for here and there.
Sure.
All right, so I'm driving home the other day, and there was a guy in front of me going really slow, like 35 and like a 50. So I got over, and then he realized I was getting over to pass him, so then he speeds up, and I thought to myself, oh, good, all right. So I got back behind him, because I didn't really feel like cutting anyone off. It was kind of a lot of traffic. I thought, we handled it. Like, he realized he was going too slow. I got back behind him. No harm done. He flipped me off for like 2 straight minutes.
What?
As he's going straight, he's got his middle finger out the window the whole time. I was like...
But you didn't even pass him.
I didn't. I was like, oh, okay, we resolved this. All's good.
You just drove next to him.
I drove behind him. I got next to him, and he sped up, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
As he should.
Yeah. I wasn't even going to, like, cut him off close. I don't drive like that.
Wow.
Flipped me off for probably 2 minutes straight, and then he goes to turn while he's still flipping me off. Like, if anyone should be flipping anyone off, I should have flipped him off for going 35 and a 50, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
My husband would have shot him.
Yeah,
and
well.
all I did was go, that's all right, buddy, no worries. Hey, you did the right thing. You sped up. And I get flipped off for probably 2 minutes straight.
For doing nothing wrong.
I didn't even do it.
You drove like a normal human being.
He was such an idiot.
Arizona drivers are the fucking worst. They have the worst attitudes and they're terrible at it. Do
agree.
you ever notice, up where we live, actually driving is pretty smooth and easy.
Yeah.
The lanes are a little
Slow
bit
and
wider.
steady.
But when you get down towards like downtown Phoenix area, driving becomes a fucking nightmare.
I try not to leave
Yeah.
my area.
Me too. But I feel like literally.
I haven't even really noticed that the freeway by our house is closed.
Oh, dude, I have to take that almost all the time. I'm so mad. It's going to be open in like 2 more weeks. I'm
okay,
literally
good.
going to throw a party. It ruins my day when I come home from the clubs. Not nightclubs, but coming back from the
I was
club.
going to say, what clubs you at, Kev?
Every comedy club except for one is south. So that would be the way I take the freeway.
Yeah, I see that.
And so coming home, I have to go up that extra exit.
Yeah.
And every time I drive by, I'm like, I'd probably be home by now.
Yeah.
But nope, here I am just waiting
5
at the
more
stoplight
minutes.
up ahead.
I know, you're right. We don't have a lot of traffic where we live, but if you go downtown, it's rough. Oh my god.
It's just like the lanes seem smaller. People drive, and they swerve. It's not a good look, Phoenix.
Everybody says that. Everyone who's not from Phoenix says how bad Phoenix drivers are.
Yeah, and the worst, we're like a, what's the melting pot? That's what it is.
Yeah, melting pot.
Because there aren't
from
many
somewhere
people,
else.
that are literally from Phoenix, except every comedian we bring in
Yeah.
here, practically.
They're from Tucson.
Yeah, I'm from Phoenix, from Tucson.
But-
yeah. Grew up in Flagstaff.
Like you can tell when someone's from California, they ride up everyone's ass.
I do.
It's so
I have
bad.
a big problem with it, but I'm always in control. So people that ride with me, I don't think it's a problem. But you've ridden with me.
Yeah,
people that ride with me,
what-
it's like,
what
dude,
do I look
ease
like
up.
when I ride with you?
What do you look like?
Yeah. Like I'm like slamming my imaginary brake, driving my imaginary steering wheel, and I'm like white knuckles.
Your hands are up the whole time, bracing
yeah,
a
that's
fall.
what I do. Because you ride up everyone's ass.
But I feel no danger at all.
When you drive in California, do you mind? Is it bad?
I actually pull away from cars. I lay back a little bit. Because their lanes are a little bit narrow too. And so I'd rather just separate myself from everything around me. I hate driving there.
Driving.
Yeah, I hate driving too.
talked about this
We need
before.
that Google car where you just say home and it takes you
I
home.
want that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That'd be great. Oh
Dude.
god, the drinking I would do.
Could you imagine?
Everybody would be so fucked up
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. But how much
great.
safer would that be?
So much safer.
It's
that'd be great.
going to be a great thing.
And that Google car would know which freeways are closed.
Yeah.
So when I forget, the Google car would already know it.
It would literally know everything.
That'd be
Punch in the
great.
address to the GPS where you're going, and it just takes you
It
there.
would be my best friend. I wouldn't care what I drove. If my car drove
me either.
for me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't give one shit what kind of car it was.
No, me either.
As long as it had AC, that's all I care about.
Well,
That's it.
okay, so what if it didn't have AC?
Nope, no deal.
You wouldn't do it. You would
Well,
drive
not
yourself.
summer, yeah.
Oh, it'd be devastating in summer, but you go windows
die.
down. You could bring a fan in the car.
No, wouldn't do it.
You could bring somebody in the car that is chewing ice, and then they breathe on you with their cold breath.
Tempting.
See?
We're getting closer.
Okay.
We're getting closer. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with ice right now. I don't know why.
Yeah, Nancy's eating ice chips, and I was like, "Are you in labor?" She goes, "Is that a thing?" I was like, "You've had 2 kids. How do I know that that's a thing?"
I love ice chips so much. I go to AM/PM every day, and I get the huge, 42 ounces of just ice.
My favorite ice. Do they charge you?
Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Well, it's inventory. The plastic
The
cup.
cup?
It's reusable, yeah.
My favorite ice chips are Pringles. Stupid.
Oh.
Okay, I got.
good. So
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait. Our guests this week are Ian Gilb and Ricardo Rocha. They're 2 comedians. They haven't been on the show before. I'm super excited for them to be on. They have a new show on October 20th at House of Comedy that I will be on, and they'll explain it. They explained it to me, and I'm still a little confused as to how it goes, but it seems like a really cool concept and idea, and I'm super stoked to be on it, and thank them for having me on it. When they come in, we will talk with them about it, and then I got to bring up what happened the other night with a joke that I told, and the reaction I got from somebody. So stay tuned to that. We'll talk to you in a second, like we always do.
But you won't know because
Yeah.
it'll seem like 1 second.
An intro.
Nah, we already did before you get here. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, but so
Should I?
no, we were fine. We have this dude that is a rapper out here in Phoenix, but makes like a bunch of music and stuff. I asked him if he could do an intro song for the podcast.
Is
And-
it Hot Rock Super Joint?
No.
Why not? That guy's awesome.
Well, now I probably should go to him because this dude was like, "Yeah, I'll have it to
now.
you in a couple weeks." It's like 2 months later, he still hasn't done anything. I've reached out to him again. I'm like, "Dude, you almost done with it?" No response.
Is he a black guy?
No.
Oh.
And he's a
That's
rapper in
surprising.
Phoenix.
Right.
Of course, he's not black.
You should have
So-
Hot Rock Super Joint do it.
Would he?
I think, yeah, of
Why
course
not? Have
he
you
would.
had him on here yet?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I don't know.
When
We
he
get him on for his episode that his song would come out for.
when he does
Yeah.
his reveal on stage, I'm like, I was blown away.
What's
Like,
his
What do you mean?
reveal?
He reveals that because he calls himself the fakest rapper,
Oh, yeah.
in the scene or whatever, and he's got like you think they're real tattoos, but it's one of those sleeves.
Oh, those shirts? Those are
He
so funny.
pulls up his wig when he's got like a Howard Stern wig
so
going
he's
on.
like a character.
Yeah, everything about him is
His
fake.
real name is Bud.
Yeah,
What's he-
Bud Green. He calls himself Hot Rock Super Joint.
What, is he white?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
And he's entertaining as
but
balls.
his
I love
character
watching.
is like, does his character look like him at all?
No,
Okay.
he's like a white dude with a goatee and he's bald, but he
Okay.
comes out and he wears like he's as tall as Howard Stern.
Weird Al.
And has the Weird Al hair and like big aviators and the way
Paper thin.
the way,
Like Palladino, but taller.
Oh, wow.
yeah, the way he talks is he's all like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this stuff out here, and throwing out
I
my
like him.
beats." And it's you guys need to talk to him.
All right,
All
let's
right.
talk to
I
him.
met him.
You should.
Guys, go ahead. Start off, introduce yourself, and promote stuff off top.
Okay, ready, set, go.
I'm Ricardo Rocha. This is my buddy
I'm on
Ian
my
Gilb.
phone.
I have to
Yeah.
check my football scores as
Okay.
we talk. I can
Wait a minute.
concentrate on
Ian-
both.
Ian,
Are you a
go
gambler?
first.
Yeah.
You go ahead, finish
Okay.
your game. Ian, you go first.
He's not doing a game.
No,
He's
we're going to be
doing
here for a
sports
while. Don't
betting.
worry. I'm gambling. Don't worry. I can do both. If I can listen to my wife, I can listen to Ian. All right. She's a lot less feminine
Wait, so
than
should
Ian.
should I promote our third Tuesday show too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
go
All
ahead.
right, my name is Ian Gilb. Comedy for 4 years. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been doing everywhere.
None of
Everywhere
it's been successful,
no,
much like me.
no. Wait, what do you mean?
None of our stuff is successful yet.
Well, we did a sketch group. I liked it. I thought that was successful.
Oh, we were just getting successful with our sketch group. Like
And
we were
then-
just starting to hit our stride, and then everyone decided. I moved to LA, Jeff moved to Boston, and Matt moved to New York.
So we
Everyone left Ian, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
everyone left me and James Mabry.
James
Oh,
Mabry
I
was
love
like,
James.
Left James Mabry.
I don't think James has been on this show before.
"Oh, you should get him."
That's a downer, man. Yeah, we'll get him on real soon.
Drop the ball.
I
Kevin.
love James.
So now that Ricardo's back, we're gonna start trying to do sketches again. And he came back, and we just wanted to do everything, like run our own show, have like a one night show at a club somewhere. Howard got pissed, by the way, that we were doing House of Comedy. House of Comedy every third Tuesday.
Say of every month, 7:30. It's $3. It's an eclectic show. Like it's not just a show up, go up mic. It's booked, but we also want to let some of the local guys have their opportunity to go up. So we pull names from a bucket, and there's challenges, like crazy challenges. I think it's just a unique show that Arizona's never seen
Give
before.
a couple of the challenges that we thought
One of the challenges is we call it interpretive dance, where Ian has to act out your stand-up behind you while you do stand-up. So it's
Yes, I'm doing nothing but shit jokes.
Yeah, so it's
You
like
just
six,
pretend you're shitting.
he's got to do
Interpretive
it.
shit.
Masturbating jokes.
Yes.
And shit jokes.
So it's a chance to, because when I came back, it's just so boring going to mics where it's, here is Michael, here is John, and they're all talking about dick jokes for 43 minutes, and then you get your time. So I wanted to make it different to where it's so unique that it's something that makes the comic step out of their comfort zone, and it makes the audience like, oh, well, that guy was terrible, but Ian and Ricardo are going to come back up and say something about it or do something wacky, or that guy was terrible, but his challenge was hilarious. So it's more interactive than I think anything around Arizona's been.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
My buddy Eric runs the Show Up Go Up Sundays at the Comedy Store.
That's kind of where my motivation came from. His is
It's
a little
awesome.
bit different.
Yeah.
His challenges are, step up and get a joke, and you do a joke thing. For the House of Comedy right now, we're going to keep the challenges, things like that. But when we take it's not exclusive to House of Comedy. It's also anybody that wants to book us, we're going to take our show with somewhere
road.
else. Yeah. So we would use more of that Comedy Store setup where people, if they want to come up with interview type thing they want to do or anything like that, a sketch or a character they want to play, it's going to be kind of like that. Our other shows will be like that. But for the other clubs where we have 2-3 months or a month to prepare, we can branch out. But if we're doing a weekly show, it's like, okay, just it's going to be wacky, it's going to be zany, but it's going to have to follow a simpler format.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that word in a long time.
Yeah. I went to Fry's yesterday, and there was a man in jorts. I was pretty high.
What's a jort?
Jean shorts.
Jean shorts.
He was
Okay.
Jorts.
and a fanny
Those are the only
pack.
kind of shorts I wear.
And
You saw my dad?
He goes, he yelled, he was trying to find artichokes, and he tells the guy's like, I don't know, let me get somebody else, I don't work here. And he goes, it's cool, Chili Willy, I'm righteous. And he totally meant it, though. He was just one of those dad jorts, the fanny pack, the shirt tucked in, the Chicago Bears t-shirt. Like, it was
This
everything.
guy full throttle.
His life was just going.
Did he have a big belly?
Oh yeah, it was the typical what you see.
Yeah.
I missed it though because I was trying to get something to eat, and all I heard was him start to tell knock jokes, and I was like, God damn it, I should stay, but
Yeah.
I've got to feed myself, otherwise I'm gonna die.
I got to get this guy's number. Dude. He's awesome.
Ricardo, something funny about him is that whenever he gets malnutrition, I guess, I don't know.
Blood sugar gets low?
Yeah,
Yeah, he gets really angry.
I've got to eat every 2
it's
days.
hilarious.
Hypoglycemic?
No, maybe.
I don't know, probably.
but not diagnosed.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious.
I'll diagnose
I love
My-
going
no.
places with him because he'll get just so frustrated. It's funny.
Well, that's like what I did at Sprouts right now.
Yeah.
I seriously yelled at that old Russian lady, like, let's go. I need to eat this Quest bar.
What kind? Oh, a Quest bar?
Yeah.
Did that do it for you?
Yeah, well, I was trying to go somewhere else, but it
Tell
was
that
closed.
story of the kid with the little plastic kitty shopping cart.
I fucking hate Trader Joe's for this reason, and this reason alone. I function with...
Yeah, they do the little...
I hate that.
function-
My kid's like, can we
Yeah.
do that? I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I function with that in a certain... that society should fit together. And if you control everything and everything goes well, everybody goes along. We're all in this move together. It's you do A, I'll do B, and we all flow along.
If it only
But if
works like that.
somebody fucks it up, I lose it.
With like a tiny grocery cart?
Yeah,
Because then
and
you
this
can't move
kid
quickly, right?
kept getting in my way, and then he kept banging my cart, and I hadn't eaten in probably a couple hours.
But you just ate, so we're good here.
Yeah, no,
No.
I should be okay.
He's around food. He wants it.
I ate.
Okay.
No,
shit.
I ate something salty and something sweet, so I'm okay. I've got both
Okay.
balances.
Planters mascot.
This kid kept, and the mom was just in her own little world, not paying attention to him, and so I mean he's about 6, and so finally he did it again in my shin, and I just whack! I kicked the cart clear across the Trader Joe's aisle, and he's just standing there like hand shaking, and I go, "Oh man, what happened, buddy? Looks like your cart went away." And the mom's like, "Did you kick it?" And I was like, "Nah, I've just been walking." And the mom was like,
Man.
You're
so I
kind of
just-
a bad person for that. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little
No.
bit.
Yeah, I
I
do
the
them
respect-
all the time.
The mom.
I respect that A and B and everyone will control and work together. That in the theory, I wish that's how things would be, but it's not how it is.
Well, no, because
There's
either-
6-year-olds out there.
Yeah, and that's the point, is that mom didn't do anything. If mom was like, "Oh my God, stop, watch where you're going, do this, do that,"
She wouldn't
I
get
would've-
anything done then. I used to be like that. I used to really try and control my kids, and it was just to the point where it wasn't working.
You're a quitter.
Things
Yeah.
take a little longer with
I
kids. I'm
just-
on Ricardo's side, man. 100%.
I just figured out a different way to do stuff. Now I give them the cart, and I go put whatever you want in it, because they only hold, $20 worth of stuff tops. We'll meet here when we're done.
But-
Granted, none of them are
now,
sick,
if
but-
your kids are banging into stuff and like running around the thing,
See, and I don't
would
have
you as a
kids like
mother?
that,
would
so
you
I
as a
don't know.
mother? That's my point. You as a mother have been
It's
like,
true.
since they were little, been like, "Hey, focus. Let's get everything together, everybody."
But even it's like I said, in theory, it's great. And kids aside, there's people that can't do A and B.
Oh,
not
yeah.
even kids, so it's not that doesn't affect.
Yeah, he'll
me
kick their cart
personally.
too.
Oh,
I
don't
know,
worry.
I
Yeah,
know.
don't worry.
Just like Kevin and I were talking about earlier, there was a guy on the road that I offended so badly. He flipped me off for 2 minutes straight, like just like this.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, he does
I'm
that
not
when
even
he's a
driving.
passenger in my car.
But I was just like, this guy, like,
Yeah.
it didn't work me up. I mean, it did a little bit because I'm talking about it, but
Yeah.
it really worked
Oh.
this guy up. This thing I did to him on the road that was so bad.
But it's like if a cart is kicked in an aisle and a mom isn't there to see it, does it really happen?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to pick your battles. At a certain age, the kid could really get you in some trouble. So you got to make sure
I didn't kick
you're
the
young
kid.
enough.
I would never hurt a kid. Let's just put that out there.
Not
I would
laying
never-
yourself on
I
the
have
news,
kicked
buddy.
The kid.
I have sneezed on a kid on purpose, but I have never hurt like physically. That was a good one too.
Do you
this
have
kid?
kids?
I can't. No, I would never want kids. This kid, I was at the grocery
I
store.
hope one day he has a kid.
And he
I
was
hope it's
touching.
like a 6-year-old that shows up at his door and he doesn't know it was
Yeah, dude. I'm going to drop my son off at your house.
He
He's
was
shitty.
touching the cart at AJ's or the bakery thing.
Yeah.
And it's all pristine at AJ's. Everything is perfect. It's always like, and this little snot thing was just, so I was like, and you could tell the girl behind, she was like 18. You could see the look on her face was like, God damn it, I'm going to have to clean that again. So I just worked up, I had been sick. So I worked up some phlegm.
And you sneezed.
I pretended to sneeze into my arm, but let it come out the bottom.
Oh, fuck.
And it hit the kid like on his back and his side of his neck. And I was like,
That
oh
kid's
man.
dead now.
Yeah.
That kid's
Little
dead.
did you know, he probably gave you pink eye.
I was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I thought I went like this, and the dad was just standing there like, I don't know what to do with
You're
him.
gonna get punched
Holy
one day.
shit,
just so
man.
you
I'm
know.
willing to get punched. I don't care at this point. Like, I'm willing
That
to
would
get
be a
punched.
great stand-up story. I
Yeah.
got
The
punched
first
today.
time I got
Yeah.
punched
I
at
sneezed
AJ's.
at a kid.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
I am
Honestly.
willing.
But it
Because
has to
at
end
this
with that
point-
result.
Sympathy. I feel
At this
sympathy for
point-
your situations, but
Like I said, if I want everything to be functional, like I said, all the steps to fit. But if there's one piece of the track off, I will then just go, well, fuck it. Let's just wipe the whole track off and cause as much chaos as we can and salt the earth. So then we have to rebuild again as a society.
All right.
So to me, it's like, fine, that you want to be an asshole. I'm going to take it so far to an asshole that society just has to go, whoa, everybody look around you. Everybody calm down. And let's try to get through this together because that guy's insane.
I like
everybody
it.
calm down.
It always makes for great stories.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
I want to be right next to him when he's in a mood.
Yeah.
Every time.
what triggers the mood? Is it mostly
It's usually
hunger?
food.
Hunger.
It's usually
So
food.
you're
Every
definitely
2
have a
hours, dude.
condition.
This guy.
Every
hulks
once in a
it.
while, it's gambling. But mostly
No,
it's food. Yeah, it's
I've never seen you get upset over gambling.
I've been upset over gambling before. I mean, because I've lost hundreds, thousands. So, I mean, I have been upset over gambling. I used to drink. I used to get a lot when I would drink. If
Did
you
it help
messed
take
with
the
me.
edge off, or did it make you edgier?
Thank you.
Now that I have marijuana, I think I'm a lot less edgy.
So it helps you.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm glad there's marijuana for people like you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not high right now, but
You're not?
which is why I was arguing with that. No, because I had to go to that bodybuilding expo.
How was that? Anyone piss you off there, or those are your people?
No. I was there for my wife. I'm usually
her heart.
60% good with my wife. There's the times where I'm too amped up, and she can tell. She's like, "You just need to eat something. We
You
need
need a
to get you."
Snickers.
Yeah.
You're not yourself.
So many. Oh no, because if I ate a Snickers, the fat kid in would be like, "Why'd you eat that Snickers?" And then just self-hate the rest of the day, and then be upset.
So go-to is your bars,
Yeah.
kind bars.
Yeah.
If I can't find anything else, I'll eat a Quest bar. But
Ian, do you ever flip your shit? You've always seemed super mellow to me. Like I've never
Yeah.
seen
Like
you
the
lose
most-
any cool.
I don't know. Have you? You've never seen me get angry, right? You've never. Seen
he
me
tells
get
me
I've
that
never seen it.
he'll text me and be like, and then I told her this. I'm like, did you? No, but I did want to tell her this.
No, when was that? What is? I don't get mad.
No,
It
you're
was-
super.
it was
even
with you
Shut
and your
down.
girlfriend.
I just go if things are escalating. I'm like, like when we went to Vegas. We were in Vegas,
Yeah.
and she was getting all upset, and I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna be quiet, and then I'm not gonna present myself as a crazy person, and then I'll explode later.
So, Ricardo,
Do you
I'm gonna.
explode?
No,
You're kind of a perfectionist, then, yeah?
No, I'm very sloppy.
Really?
Yeah.
Extremely.
I just like things my way. I like to be left alone, and I like to be in my own world. And however my world functions, that's how I like it. I like
Yeah.
Are you an only
organized.
child, or
No, I'm the youngest
Of how many?
were
of
your
3.
parents hoarders?
Were you,
or-
Ian, you have
No.
brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have a younger
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell him about his tattoo shop.
No, it's not his shop though. He did his apprenticeship and he's in that shop now.
Is he real good?
It's terrible.
Fuck.
He misspelled people on a woman.
No way.
Yeah, he spelled it poeple.
Oh my god.
How do you come back from that?
And then the woman came back. She approved it too. Like
so she didn't notice.
she
Somebody
Yeah.
else pointed it out.
She put it on herself, and because they do like a temporary tattoo, and then they trace over it.
She's an idiot too.
Exactly. So she came back after doing it and goes, you misspelled this. And then his response was, I've been misspelling it wrong all my life.
So she approved
Yeah.
it. Is the process? Is there like a signature process? I don't have any tattoos. So what's the process? You go in there, you do your temporary, let's approve, and then is there a sign?
What you
Sign?
do, there's
You have more steps than that.
there's
I mean,
there's
plenty of opportunities.
concept, there's sketching
But
or
there's a signature
building
that happens,
it.
I'm imagining.
No, you just go in and you're like, hey, I have money. Do you want to do this? And it's like, okay,
Yeah, they
let's
can
find
mess
what
up
you
your
want.
tattoo.
Yeah.
But she didn't notice the first time
Right.
around. So
When they
someone
were-
else pointed it out to her.
Pretty
that it
much.
was
Well, it
spelled
was
wrong.
really like thug cryptic, I guess.
Okay.
So it was really easy
Did
for
he
him
Yeah,
to
you
just
could
be like,
fix
oh,
it
this
for
is an
her?
E, and then I'll kind of wheel, that's
So
an
he
O.
did fix it, and then they
Yeah.
were okay.
Yeah, he fixed it for free.
Oh God.
I've been spelling it wrong my
But
whole life.
he tells
That's
me
so
all the
funny.
time. He goes, I hate it when people come in with religious tattoos,
Why?
just because he hates doing that stuff, because the people the whole time are like, oh, this really means a lot to me, and he's like, shut up, I'm just trying to
Right.
draw.
Yeah.
Why is he in this industry?
Because
dude?
he really enjoys colors, and he's really good with visual effects. So like a bubble going over something else, distorting behind it, he's really good at that.
But he doesn't
hates-
like the word,
he
the
doesn't
line
like
work,
when
any of
someone
that.
just comes in with a string of text or like a Bible verse or
That's so
hey,
popular
put,
right now.
put the
Just
the-
words.
crown of thorns on my neck. And he's like,
I thought you were going to say my
whatever.
nads.
Put that right on my ball. But yeah, he's
King of the Jews.
he loves it. So
Well, if he's happy, then
Yeah.
is his shop local?
TCB Tattoo.
Where's that
like
at? What city?
65th Avenue in Thunderbird.
What's your brother's name?
Jason.
His art
anyone
tattoos
go
are
see
pretty
him.
good, though.
A tattoo.
that's
So
what I'm
see
saying.
Jason at TCB.
Jason Gilb at TCB Tattoo.
Okay.
I hope
And
someone
make sure
goes to
you
him and is like,
approve the letters.
yeah. Make sure you look. I was talking to a bunch of the guys in the shop too, and I was like, you guys ever just F it up because the person's a dick? And they go, all the time.
I would.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We know you would.
That makes me nervous.
But I've taken sets and just been like, you know what? You people suck. I hate you so much. I'm just going to
I've seen you do that.
you until I hate you.
Yeah. You guys hate
I've
me?
seen
All right.
Ricardo get so mad at a crowd that he was like, I got the light, but fuck you guys, dude. You don't like this? You're getting at least 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
And you just kept going and going, and you're like, fuck you.
I can only imagine the kind of crowd work you do.
Generally really nice. I'm pretty nice. It's just,
Ricardo's
it's
a really funny. You're really funny. You're a good comic.
Thanks.
It's just so funny that night when I was watching. I'm like, holy shit, man, this guy's so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
What
hadn't
set
eaten
you
in
off?
a
Does this,
while.
besides that, is there like a certain type
I think
of
there
crowd
was.
that
I
sets
think
you
it was an
off?
open mic, right? Oh,
No,
it wasn't.
it was.
Okay,
it
what's
was-
your pet peeve for crowd work? Like when, or not crowd work, but when people piss you off, what usually does it in a crowd?
When I was younger, it would just be. I wouldn't get upset. I was generally pretty easygoing, and I would joke back with them.
Yeah.
But when I moved out to LA, I realized how precious stage time was, and I would stop dicking around. And so when I come back, or anytime I get stage time now, it's so precious to me to work on my craft and work on getting better and more original and everything, that if you mess that up for me, I'm gonna go after you. And I'll warn you. I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna ask you to be quiet.
Okay,
let's
so
just
side conversation.
Yeah, or I'll just be like, hey guys, it's okay. Shh, be quiet. And and then I'll do it once, and then I'll do it twice, and then if you do it a third time,
Fair enough.
There was one, I think it was the charity show. This fucking lady, she just kept talking.
Ian knows where he's going.
And
with
it
this
was
already,
a charity show for like to raise money for homeless cats and dogs or something like that. And she blamed me for the housing market. She was like in her mid-40s, and I was like, no, it's because of you that the housing market crashed, because it's fucking crazy bitches like you that went and signed a adjusted mortgage rate so you could think, oh, well, somebody's going to marry me in 3 years, and then you realize you're a horrible, terrible bitch that no one wanted to marry, and that you're stuck single, so you got a cat, and then all of a sudden you got 36 cats 4 years later, and your fucking arm rate ballooned up, causing you to foreclose on your house, and left all those cats in the fucking home alone, and now you're at a comedy club because you're trying to get $3 to raise cats so your cats aren't homeless, so you're the fucking reason. And the whole crowd like just erupted. And she like stormed out, but it was like, I lost it. That was when I lost it.
Yeah, but the crowd loved it, right?
The crowd generally,
laughed.
the crowd like loved it and then hated it, and then by the time I finished, they were like, yes.
But you came up with that on the fly. Like, that wasn't written into anything. You just came up with it's pretty good.
He went red.
I think I like
long
it.
enough at first, because most hecklers, people hate them. The audience hates them.
I hate them.
Right. And so does the performer. The performer or the comic is in tune with that. And when you hit them with something mean, it's like, okay, cool. You got a cool dig in.
Right.
But then if you keep going, it's like, oh, this is hateful. This is trying to be personal.
That's
and
kinda
then
funny.
if it's just a super long tirade, it's like, oh my gosh, this is epic. And people like it.
Yeah.
It's like callbacks. If you do a callback, it might get a laugh.
We talk about it all the time about the heckling. I just feel like it's so rude when people come to a show and then
Wait, what was your best heckler moment? Like
Ever?
Did you handle it?
Man.
Good or bad? Like the most epic,
there's
memorable
two.
thing.
There's two where a long time ago this dude came in. Man, this was fucking over 10 years ago. This dude came into the club, and you can always tell when you see people come in. You're like, that guy's going to be a problem, or those girls are going to be a problem because they're drunk as shit. And this guy came in on crutches and was just kind of like telling jokes as he walked in to his friends. Like, I'm super funny.
and you can usually spot that.
I should be on stage today.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So he talked through like the whole show. Every time any of the comics would say something, in that spot of silence, he would say a different punchline for the joke. It was super obnoxious. And none of it was funny either, but he was drunker than shit. I'm sure he was on pain medication.
He was one of those guys that would be like, no, it would have been funnier if you said this.
Yes.
Those are the worst when they're like, I'm just agreeing with you because they're being nice to you and they're agreeing with you, but they don't understand you. They're fucking up your rhythm. They're fucking up your timing. They're messing everything up about you.
She was fucking up the whole show.
Yeah.
And
loud enough.
when I was up there, like, it just kept going, and I was like, dude, please stop. Like, nobody paid to see you. Stop.
There was a repeater last night.
Oh,
a woman
fuck.
in the front. You would hit your punchline, and then 5 seconds later she'd go, and then repeat the punchline. So
You had to call it out, right?
yeah, I was like, oh, this is good.
That'd
We have
drive me
someone
crazy.
recapping for you guys. So if you missed the first one, don't worry. She's going to hit it like Sports Center. She's got you. So,
But, okay, so
but it was fun.
the dude he just still didn't stop after. I was like, please, just, nobody came to see you. He didn't stop, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. You're Mr. Funny Guy? You're better than all of us? Fucking hop on stage, asshole.
Did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
He went up there, and I was like, it's that easy. No, that's the shitty thing.
If he crushed.
That's the problem, yeah. And
awful.
ever since then, I was like, I can't ever do that again because he ate shit. Obviously, he was real bad. But if he does crush, it's like I'm done with comedy.
How
You
funny would that
win.
be is to go to like a show and heckle and then have
Play
the guy
yourself.
do
For
that
us,
and then, and then you go up and
Dude,
destroy.
I won't ever do it again. It was a stupid move.
That'd be so
Fuck
hard,
yeah.
though.
It was a stupid move, but fortunately he got up there, and as every time anybody goes up there for the first time, it's like, oh, these lights are really bright. Like you don't know what to expect.
I've said that before.
Yeah.
They always comment on the lights. They never have good microphone placement.
Yeah, never.
They always kind of.
It's so.
So he ate
hot,
shit, and I was
too.
like, give me the mic, go sit the fuck down, and please shut up the rest of the show. And he did. It worked out, but dude, I don't recommend ever doing that because the guy could be really funny. You don't know. It could be Ricardo or
Steal the
Ian from
show.
now on. Just like, look, I'm not getting stage time tonight. I'm going to go heckle till I get up somewhere.
The audience already hates them, so it'd be a hard set.
It'd be a disadvantage just to start with.
Yeah.
Get up there.
That's funny though.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. What's yours? What's your worst? I mean, that one's pretty bad for Ricardo.
I have a bunch.
My best one was I have a joke where I talk about my air conditioning, and I'm talking about replacing it, whatever. And the club air conditioning wasn't accommodating for the full. It was like full audience. So I bring up air conditioning to start the joke, and this guy, I said something like my air conditioner went out over the summer, and then I just hear a guy like, "Oh, that's crazy because it went out in this club too." And I just stopped, and I was like, you know what? We're all in this together. You're not the only one that's affected by the heat. I don't know why
Comedians have
you're
nothing to do with the air
more of
conditioning.
a vagina about it, that you just needed to speak up. So I finished the joke, and I do the punchline. I was like, the end of the joke is like, turns out I can't, I'm a huge wuss, and I can't last without an air conditioner, and it's hard to rent a room wearing an underwear, drinking lemonade, whatever. And then at the end, I said, kind of like that vagina over there that spoke up about the air conditioner, and everybody just.
Did you really
went
call him a
nuts.
vagina?
Yeah.
Oh, I
said,
There's a meaner word.
called
You
him
Yeah,
could
you
have
got.
called him.
I've called.
called
Well, I
him.
told you the one time with the
Well, you
girl.
can't be too mean.
You had to
No,
say, at least
I-
call him a
You
pussy.
can't go nuts. Oh, I said pussy,
Yeah,
but
I called this one girl was just being loud the whole time during
Yeah.
the whole show, just drunk as shit, being louder than anything. And she went to the bathroom, and you could hear her in the bathroom just yelling and screaming. And she came out, and she was with her. She was with a few people, but her boyfriend was the only one I was worried about in saying this. But she came back out, and I was like, it's ironic to me that you wear pants and stuff to cover your pussy when you just show everyone you're a giant cunt. And everybody laughed, and she was like, "You just call me a cunt?" I was like, "Now I'm going to get my ass kicked by the boyfriend," but it had to be said. The boyfriend's fucking dying laughing. I was like, "Thank you, dude. This guy's great."
Yeah, I think-
he hates
I
it too.
love it when stuff goes wrong.
you were at that show, weren't you? When that Mexican girl? Because I'm not Mexican. I'm American who happens to have.
The most Mexican name.
Well, I have Mexican
look.
parents, but I'm American. I was born here. I was raised here. I'm American. Like, I don't know. People are like, "You're Mexican." I'm like, dude, I've never been to a part of Mexico that didn't have a Senor Frogs. Like, I don't. I have no knowledge of Mexico. I'm American. So this girl was calling me basically like an Uncle Tom, and I was like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "You're just a sellout." I'm on stage, and because I made a joke about Mexicans, and
Was
she's
she
like,
a Mexican?
I go, "What are you, a Mexican?" And she goes, "Yeah." I'm like, you seem like one of those girls that's like, I'm a Mexican, not a Mexicant. And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, you need to stop being a Mexicant right now." And she just, the crowd lost it. She walked. I was like, "Dude, don't."
She got up and left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Good
I don't
for
think
you.
you understand
Good
like
job.
how mean I can, because we're dark people, and there's dark
Yeah.
situations, and people don't get that. They think that we're up there being funny and nice. I'm like, dude, there's a lot of shit that has gone on in my life that has caused me to be a pessimistic person. Like, I will crush you, lady. Like, don't do anything. Be quiet.
There was a show too that you did that. You were like, it was something about being fat, and the woman said you were like.
Oh, I told a joke about Amanda
being a jerk.
Knox.
Who's she? Is she the blonde girl that does the? No, okay, that's.
No, she's the lady that killed her baby.
Oh.
So I told a joke about her.
One of them.
You know, I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
But the joke was about how
Amanda Knox
off. Oh no, she killed her.
Anthony
Roommate.
Yeah, Amanda Knox was the roommate. Casey
Yeah.
Anthony, but they're both in the joke.
Okay.
And the girl goes boo, and she's sitting in the front
She
row.
said that just
And I was like
it
Yeah.
fell out of her face.
yeah. And so like I went after, and I knew who it was, but she went. I'm like, who was it? Come on, I know who it was. I just want you to admit it because I can see your blonde head right there. And like they wouldn't admit it, so I was like, lady, listen. You don't know like me. I'm like, I'm really smiley, but I will destroy you. Like I can pinpoint, because I was a fat kid, so like that was my defense mechanism. And I was like, I will pinpoint every single flaw you have, and I will make you leave this room and cry for 3 days. I'm like, I've done it to exes. I've done it to my sisters. I'm like, if you want to do this,
Done it to
we can do
myself
it.
4
And
times.
so like the whole crowd was just like, oh, I don't know what's going
I
on.
don't like
And
where this is headed.
and then I told that story of when
Did
that
she
girl.
ever- nothing ever came of it?
They were silent the rest of the show. It took me till the last joke to get the crowd back. Like the next 3 minutes were super uncomfortable because everyone
really
was like,
well-behaved.
I don't know. Should we laugh at him? Should we not laugh at him?
Yeah.
But
Any noise will get him going.
yeah. And I hate being that guy. Like
Breathe.
I don't like to be that guy. It's more of like, if you don't like something, just don't like it. That joke
Yeah.
wasn't for you then. Just move on. Like
Right.
you go to a comedy club, you go in with an open mind. If you don't like something, just don't say anything. You don't boo people. I mean, unless they're up there using like the N-word or calling out Jews, like then you could maybe boo him off stage. But if they're
Then,
just
I mean,
going,
unless you called out an audience member personally by their name, like, then boo them. But
yeah.
I don't know.
There was a chick. I
the
think,
murderers, that's off the.
Were you
fine.
at the club that night with so a comic was on stage not doing well, but the audience member made him amazing. There was a woman.
There's that too.
There was
you
a
know?
woman's laugh in the audience.
Oh,
that was just,
yeah.
You remember that chick? Every time she laughed, it was just it's like
It
the
sounded
lady
like
from
that.
Happy Gilmore.
what's
Mister.
The-
Like that was her laugh.
Those little cow things they used to tip
Oh, the
over.
ones you turn over.
Yeah, that's what
That's
she
what it
sounded.
was. And
And she laughed at everything.
So-
it wasn't. She was not a discernible laugher.
so the comic would talk, and then she would laugh, and then the audience would laugh. So
Yeah.
it would just be like. And I was dying too. I was like, "This lady."
I wonder if she knew everyone was laughing at her.
Probably.
She goes to a lot of comedy shows.
Yeah,
from
you've
what I
seen her
heard,
before.
that's
You can't
what I hear,
mistake the
yeah.
laugh. Did
Yeah.
you hear it again?
Oh my god. That
Well,
was one of
normally
the
her
worst
laugh gets
laughs.
lost in the laughter, but if the comic isn't that good,
Yeah,
then,
the
then
comic was
she-
Then you
terrible.
just hear her.
and you just heard.
We were like, "There's a goat. There's a goat dying in the back right."
Oh shit!
And then if you make fun of her, it was worse because
Yeah.
she was like,
'Cause
"Ha!"
she's all about it. She's like, "This is hilarious." They're talking about yay.
Oh no, it sounds
She was
awful.
funny.
It was a great night.
Dude, we've talked about bad hecklers, but what? Like, can you remember your best show? The most fun you've ever had on stage? Is there one that stands out?
I don't think I've ever had fun on stage. Usually I get off so pissed about something that I didn't do right, or something that I was like, okay, what's the next joke I could have tagged, or how could I have tagged that, or what
Yeah,
should I
you're
have
still
done?
working. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But there's had to be times where you
It's
come
funny.
off as
I don't
win.
I don't like big shows. Like
Oh,
I don't.
love
I
Yeah,
love
they're the
them.
best.
I love them, but then at the same
hard
time,
to fail
I'll
at
see
'em.
somebody else go up, and you go to the big clubs, and a lot of them are just there, and they're just so happy to be there that they're laughing at everything, and they're just like, "Yay, we're out of the house!" And to me, it's fun. It's like a nice thing to do, but to me, I'd rather have a smaller, intimate crowd that. You could see 40 of them laughing and 10 of them just going, I don't like this at all. Like, to me, that's more fun. And then you get those 10 people all on board and you have all 50 and you're like, that was a better show than. Now, don't get me wrong. The 500 people where we get paid money, a
That's a good
lot of
show,
money
too.
to do those.
That happened 2 weeks ago.
The casino shows that I've done,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money that I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I at the same time, I'm also like, ugh, these fucking people just want to get back to their nickel slots and they just want to laugh to like stop the bleeding. But it's money, and that's the aspect of it. You know, you can't do it, but like I said, I prefer the smaller. To me, those are my favorite shows, like the small 25, 30 people shows.
2 weeks ago, Stand Up Scottsdale, there was the first audience was like 75, and they were good, and then the second audience was 50, but they were twice as good as the 75.
Well, it's
they
like
were
the
just
house.
more into it. They were.
I closed out the open mic at the House of Comedy the other day, and it was 15 people. So I was like, guess what? Every one of you guys gets your own personalized joke. Give me a topic. And to me, that's more fun because I was like able to think on the fly. I did like half my set, and then half my set was just like whatever topic they threw at me, I would try to come up with a joke or relay a story and try to spin it into making it be funny.
When you, I was going to ask before you, I mean, you really answered it, so I don't know why I'm asking, but I'll follow it up and Ian can answer too. With the differentiation of crowd size, obviously you change from just material where you're like, I'm just going to do my act. In front of a big crowd, you kind of do that way. You can't single a bunch of people out, and then it's more than half of the fucking 90% of the people are like, who is this dipshit, dude? Talk to everybody, not just them. But if it's small, you can intimately talk to people and break from your act, and it's not even crowd work, it's conversation work, really.
Yeah.
Do you guys do that? I know you just said you did it when 15 people, but and I just started doing that. Of like, why am I wasting my time burning through material?
If it's a show that people paid for, I try to do my material I try to do at least 80 to 90% of my material because I know that's going to at least get laughs. But I know a lot of comics, local comics or just comics in general would hate me because I would do bar shows and I would just do crowd work. Because to me, that was just gaining my stage presence, gaining my ability to think on the fly, gaining, just the comfortability level of it. And then I would go home and I would write jokes. And then if somebody said something to me, I would come up with a joke on the spot. And then I would think of that, write it down, and then try to twist that into a premise. But
yeah, I love crowd work.
Yeah,
I love doing it. That's the thing. The bigger the audience, the more narrow options you have. If the audience is gigantic, you don't have
because they can't see who you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't have room for crowd work. So, if you have solid material, then you're good. If you want to like a smaller audience, you just have that more flexibility. That's what makes it fun. Is that you have more options.
See, a lot of times I do crowd work though because I'm high on stage sometimes, so I'll just forget where I'm at and just I'll go, hey, what do you do for work? And then it'll like allow my brain the time to process and catch up.
It'll slow you down.
Yeah, it allows everything to come back. So sometimes I'll do crowd work, not intended to be like, hey, everybody, here's the jokes. It's like, crap, where was I going? What was I doing again? Oh, yeah, I was talking on a mic. And then I'll remember that I'm on stage. And then it's like, okay, let's just do this.
You should have come in here high.
No, I can't. I gotta drive.
No.
I get high tonight.
No. Oh yeah.
I can't. I can't.
Are we
Yeah,
doing the shows?
probably. I can't get high twice.
No.
I take edibles, so I can't. I can smoke all day, but I don't like to smoke. But if I take an edible, I'm high for about 5 hours, and then after that, all I want to do is sleep. And then if I take another one, all that does is just knock me out.
So it's wasted.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna save it for a little bit later.
So we don't.
We don't smoke or do drugs.
We are happy to listen.
Well, I mean, I drink nonstop, but I don't.
I'm just sober.
Well, I can't.
Me too.
I did the improv the other day, and I ran the light because I told the guy, I'm like, you can't just shine a white light that blends in with other white lights. I'm too high to see that. You have to wave a light at me. And they were like, okay, we'll just shine the light. I was like, fuck. So sure enough, thankfully I looked at my phone to see where I was at because I was recording. And I was like, oh, crap, I got time for this half a joke that I wasn't going to do. And as soon as I got off, I told the guy, Andy, I was like, I told you guys have to light me because I will lose track of time when I'm high. Like, I can't gauge the time. Like, I have to be lit. And I have to know that was the light. And then I know which bit I'm going to do that closes out at 3 minutes. So
makes sense.
Yeah.
What are you laughing about, Ian?
Just because this guy.
You almost got
character.
high.
Almost.
Almost.
So he gave me some weed back, and
That was your girlfriend's weed, though.
I tried to smoke it, and I didn't get high. And
I just think he didn't do it right.
yeah, probably. Whatever. It's
Breathe
just
in
not my
and you
cup of
breathe
tea.
out. It's not mine either, so I get
Yeah.
it. But I
I told you
understand
not to stick it
though.
up your ass. You have to like inhale it. It's not like
What?
tampon liquor.
Tampon liquor. I'm not
where they
smoking it.
Oh, yeah.
Tampon and vodka? You haven't heard that?
Because your
That's
butthole
so
has
stupid.
glands in it, and the
Yeah.
glands supposedly, if you're trying to get messed up on pills or alcohol, if you do it in your asshole, you get messed up way
Yeah.
more than any other part of your
Because
body,
it goes straight in your bloodstream
which is
without
totally not worth it.
it filters
whatever.
through your liver better through natural ingestion.
So if
you're
The
throwing
eye
it right
drops,
in your
It's a straight
People do
shot.
shit in their eye,
Yeah.
too, because it gets to your brain quicker.
Yeah, so
Do you think it's gay if I asked you to stick a tampon of vodka up my ass?
like a shot?
Like, because it's not sexual.
It depends.
Like, I just want to get
depends-
fucked up.
It
It
just
depends
keeps
how
getting it wrong.
bad you
Yeah.
needed it.
How bad I need
Yeah.
it.
If you were like going through alcoholism withdrawal or something.
Well, that doesn't
And you
help
were
with
like-
alcoholism withdrawal.
Dude, I'm hungover.
Just shoot the heroin
throw
in your
this-
toes. It's okay. It
Throw
takes
this right
longer.
up there.
No.
it would be equally gay if you put a tampon anywhere near him. So.
If
Just
you
dip your dick in vodka.
if you
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
holding a tampon and a bottle of vodka and you were like, and you go, Ian, come here. I'm gone. I'm already gone.
So, are you gone at tampon or vodka?
I'm gone when I turn my head and I see him
Tampon,
watering
yeah.
down a tampon.
It's gone.
I would think you'd have to have.
It sounds like a
friend
good
for
sketch.
that, Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see
Well,
you
we
guys
went-
do it behind each other.
I have a problem with emotions, and
You don't say.
he does.
Tampon favor.
He does not have a problem with emotions. And we went grocery shopping the other day to Fry's.
Ian's your handler.
He tricked me.
Ricardo spends a lot of time in grocery stores.
Yeah, I do.
Sprouts.
No, he tricked me because he's like, "Oh, I just got to go get deodorant." And then as we're driving, he's like, "I got to get peanut butter." Oh, and bread. I was like, "Dude, we're grocery shopping now."
So I grabbed
So it's
like
not
this.
an errand.
I
It's
grabbed
I was
a
like-
basket. We
I was
went
like-
through the whole store.
A
And he's like,
basket?
"What the fuck?"
I was so
I always
mad
need a cart.
because he's like, "Dude, people aren't gonna think we're gay." I'm like, "I don't care if people think we're gay. I don't care if they think we're a couple. I'm more pissed that they think I emotionally connect with you." That I'm willing to like go out with you as an emotional connection. And so I was like, I don't care. People can think I'm gay all they want. I don't give a shit about that. I just don't want like them to be like, oh, look at those people are in love. Like I hate.
Tell him
I
about
hate-
Do
the.
people think like that when you see two men or anyone shopping together? Is that an emotional connection?
Yeah, you see a
Yeah,
couple
that's
and you're
something that
like,
couples
oh,
do
look
together.
at that couple. Or like
If-
my wife will try to
Guy
hold my
friends
hand and
don't
I'll be
do
like,
that.
don't touch me.
Or girls.
Yeah.
Do you go grocery shopping?
Sometimes.
You go for like one or two things.
Yeah, but you'll have separate carts.
If I have a basket of hummus and bread and peanut butter and fruit and eggs,
Very specific. This
Yeah,
is exactly
very-
what you got.
that he's
Deodorant.
like, oh, the guy that's ringing. Tell him what I said to the cashier.
So then I was like, okay, whatever. So we're standing in line, and Ian tells the cashier, "Hey, just so you know, we're not together. We're not a couple." And I was like, dude,
Told him?
Yeah.
I'm like, great.
Asshole.
I'm like, so this guy thinks, oh man, that poor guy. The other one doesn't want to label that they're a couple. They're clearly fucking gay for each other, but the other one doesn't want to label the relationship. And he's like, we're not a couple. I'm like, dude, now they definitely think we're a couple.
Right.
That was the idea.
I was so mad.
I do that at restaurants and like anywhere where the cashier or person at the front desk goes, "Oh, are you going to be paying together or separate?" And I always go, "Oh, separate. We're fighting." I always do that, regardless of who I'm with,
Yeah.
and he hates it. So
That's
it's the
awesome,
best.
dude. That's so
I
funny.
think he kind of loves it a little bit.
No.
No,
No.
I don't. I don't
Right.
like it.
Man, is there anything you do love, Ricardo?
I love my wife.
Besides
I
your
just
wife.
don't love her in
Dude, he
public.
loves it.
Do you guys
I get
grocery shop together?
No.
Pretty much, no, we don't. I usually do
I
the
knew
grocery
that without
shopping.
even knowing it.
You do it?
Yeah, I do the grocery shopping for most of us.
My
Why
husband
wouldn't
does
he?
our
He's
grocery
there
shopping.
14 hours a day.
Yeah.
Right. My husband does the grocery shopping
you
too
need to
because
talk
he
about
doesn't like
that.
the food I buy.
You went grocery shopping with her the other day when you ate all those ding dongs or the zingers.
Oh.
So my wife, the reason we went to that bodybuilding expo is because my wife is training to be a bikini fitness competition.
good.
So,
Is she going to listen to this?
nah, she's not gonna listen.
Okay,
She
cool.
She barely listens to me when I'm home, too.
All right, cool.
So she's trying to do the bikini fitness, and so our diet. I already had a strict diet. It's now even more strict to where it's just proteins.
Chicken breast.
It's the only thing in
not
our house
even
right
that.
now
It's like
is
cod.
proteins,
kale.
Egg whites and fish.
egg whites, and brown rice. Like that's all that's in our house right now. And so I was losing my shit. So I told her that I would add a special supplement to her protein drink. Just wait in the car.
Wait,
And
but tell her why you're doing all these like.
Well, hold on, I'll get to that part,
Okay, you're
yeah.
going to get to it.
So I ran inside to
Okay.
the fries.
So happy right now.
And I bought the mint to put in her mint, so it'll be like a mint chocolate.
Yeah.
And it'll give her like a different flavor. So that was the nice part. The mean part was I bought a pack of Zingers, and I just started shoving them in my mouth. And I made her wait in the car because I knew I was going to do that. And so I went and like just ate them as fast as I could inside the grocery
That
store.
was after you went to like the bakery and you were
Oh,
cursing
yeah, I was-
that they put away the donuts
Yeah,
already.
they put the donuts away. and I was so pissed.
So hungry.
So I've been keeping a list because her and I fight about food all the time.
Oh,
Because my
It's
wife is gorgeous.
hilarious.
I dated way out of my league. She just was homeschooled, so she doesn't know. She doesn't know her value in the system. So she's like, "Oh, this guy seems pretty good." I was like, "Yeah, sure, lady. You're way underselling your value, so I'll take it." But she's super thin in general, but because of my fat kid syndrome. Anytime I would feel fat or she'd miss a couple of days at the gym when we first started dating, I would go, she would be bitching about something. And I go, oh, judgy wudgy was a pudgy. And I would grab her fat. And then like the next day she'd be like, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm like, yeah, you should. Because it's just it was my mental thing. I don't do that to her anymore. So I've worked through that because it was a messed up thing.
that's good.
But so I still have things that I won't eat and stuff. So she gets mad because I'll get high, we'll go to a show, and then him and I'll stop at like In-N-Out because I
Hell
can't help myself.
And the thing is, he'll use like gift cards to cover it up.
Oh,
so
Yeah,
she
I don't
won't
want her
see
to
it.
know my steakhouse straight. So she,
Awesome.
where were we at? Oh, we went to Melt Ice Cream. She didn't talk
That
to me
too.
for the rest of the night
Yeah, that too.
because I sent her a picture of me eating ice cream, and she was like, "You knew I wanted to go there," and blah blah blah. And so what I've been doing is keeping track of everything that I've eaten while
Throughout
she's on
this
this
diet
strict
of hers.
diet, and then I'm gonna put an undercover camera and be like, "Hey, I want to confess some stuff to you. I've been cheating
How do you think that's
on
going
your
to go?
diet."
Oh,
Oh,
it's
she's
gonna
gonna
go
lose her
horribly.
shit. Yeah.
Tell
She's
them
gonna lose.
the worst one though on that list when you went back to LA for like the weekend.
Oh, I'm going to LA, and it's her favorite place.
Oh, you haven't done it yet?
No, I'm going to.
Oh.
It's premeditated.
If you ever go to LA, go to the Burger Lounge. It's the most delicious burgers. They're all grass fed. It's pretty cheap. It's like $7 for a burger, which is in LA is
Yeah.
ridiculous. So so that's her favorite place in the world, and she's not gonna get it, but I am. So when I confess that to her, she's gonna lose her shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be awesome.
What's the worst thing you ever did as a kid?
We want it to go viral.
Well, how do you mean worst
As a
thing?
kid,
Like, I mean, not kill somebody, but like mischievous something as a kid. Like,
oh, I have a good one. I've been trying to actually tell this story on stage, but I don't think it's been too successful. When I was like 9 or so, my mom had me help with a charity like fundraiser thing, and at the end of it, like I'm helping handing out water bottles for the walks and stuff, and at the end, they bring us into an office building, and it's a huge conference table, and they just dumped money on the middle of the table so that everyone could count it. So as I'm handling all this money, I'm just like, all right, cool. And then
One for
some
you, one for me.
would fall off the table, and I'd go down to pick up 2 bills, and and shove one in my shoe and come up with one.
Nice.
And then I walked away with like 20. I stole from
Charity.
a mentally disabled charity fundraiser
No.
$26.
Do you
So
feel like
I did
maybe
that as a kid.
You've given it back over time?
Yeah, I was a camp
Charities?
counselor for a bunch.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but not to
paid it
mentally
back.
retarded kids.
oh, whatever. There was a kid
So-
there was a mentally retarded child in elementary school that showed me his wiener. And, so that's like
But I got
reparation.
regular friends that show me that without asking.
No, this is so we had two normal kids had to take a special child to the bathroom, and Kevin was his name, and he was notorious for doing this. So we'd go, and he'd be standing at the urinal, and he'd turn around with this smile, and he'd be like, over his shoulder, he'd tell us to like come here with one finger, and we're like, no, Kevin, and he'd go, come, like he'd be like, come there, and we're like, no, we can't do that, and then he'd get really angry when you wouldn't participate with his penis game, and then he turned around.
I think everyone gets really angry.
So when he
don't
when he-
participate in the penis.
when he got super angry, he just turned around and we ran out of the bathroom, and the nurse's office was right next to the boys' bathroom, so she heard everything. She like all the screaming and everything. We're like, he's showing us his wiener.
Oh, poor kid.
But yeah, I stole from a charity. That's
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
pretty
bad.
Pretty bad.
I was a kid. Sorry, Mom.
See, I was like a terrible kid.
You?
We started
No.
a gang.
I beat a kid into retardation.
No, we
And
started
then Ian
Christ.
stole from him.
we started a gang, Brown and Proud, and then we realized
Even though you're not Mexican, you
when
made
I was
that very clear.
when I was little, I thought I was.
He still lived in the. He needed.
I still
to
lived.
do it
Yeah,
to
I
fit
needed
in.
I needed to fit in. Yeah,
Right,
I
Brown
grew
and
up in
Proud.
South Phoenix. I
Even
was
though
like,
you're really not that brown at all.
no, I'm very. My
white.
dad is lighter skinned than I am, and my sister is dirty blonde with
Oh,
green
weird.
eyes. Yeah,
You're really not that brown. But that's
no.
okay. Finish
But
your
yeah, we
story.
started Brown and Proud, and then we found out there was another gang, a real gang that was in Brown and Proud, and we're like, we should change that. So we started Southside Power Rangers. 'Cause we were like,
No way.
but the
I
best
remember
part was
Oh, shit.
everybody, because it was like 1994, so everybody wanted to be a gang member. But we were in 7th grade, so everybody wanted to be a Power Ranger as well. So they all wanted to join our gang. So it was
awesome.
me and my friend Jason, and we would just beat the shit out of people in the bathrooms to jump them in. And like, and the best part was we all had, because we were Power Rangers, gang members, we all got different colors. And so when we took our gang picture, it was just a rainbow of I was like, we look like a gay gang. We were the first gay gang. Like, I was like, this is so dumb.
Innovators.
Yeah.
What was your color?
He was red, or he was green. What was Tommy?
Tommy, he was
I
the
was-
green one.
Okay, I was blue then.
You
I
were
was
the
the
nerdy
nerd. I
kid
was the
guy with the
nerdy.
glasses?
Yeah, I was the nerdy one.
Okay.
That's great.
Was I the red?
Gang photo.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
Tell what you did a lot of shit. You were telling me all this stuff that you did in school, like your teacher went to the vending machine.
oh, that was high school. Yeah, they used to like the teacher. My buddy and I, we were sitting there, and it's actually my buddy. He's Kevin Roach, and I'm Rocha, and that's how we became friends because we were always stuck next to each other in class, and we were always stuck next to each other in lockers. So we became good friends, and where we sat was underneath these arches, and the staff was right there, the window. And he didn't know the window was open, and there was a chubby teacher getting a drink, and he goes, "Hey, make it a diet, tits." And we thought the window was closed, and we were all laughing, and he pops his head out underneath the window. "Hey, who said that? Who said that?" And we're just like, "Who said what, Mr. Oldaney? Nobody said anything." And we were just like,
Make it a diet tip.
and then he was also, I had my hand up,
Pesky
and I was
Power
like,
Rangers.
I had my hand up, and I was like, dude, this guy's taking forever in class. And we're waiting there, and he's talking to somebody else. And Kevin goes, "Hey, fatty!" And the guy turns around and just looks at me with my hand up.
This guy's awesome.
I'll be right there, Ricardo. And I'm like, God damn it, Kevin, dude.
Busted.
This guy's great. What's he up to now? Do you keep in touch with him still?
Oh, yeah, he's like an engineer, and he's...
Straightened his life out?
Yeah,
What a
yeah,
douche.
he's got 2 kids.
Gang to engineer.
He was
Oh, no,
really
he wasn't
on
in
his
our
way.
No,
gang.
he wasn't.
No, he
Still.
went to Brophy. He went to like an all-Catholic white... He lived right... His house was like right down this road.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that was the worst thing I did. Was he with me? No, that was the worst thing I did. High school, we got drunk, and we were told we were going to be able to stay at our buddy's girlfriend's house. And so we're like, let's just get shit-faced then. So we're playing King's Cup. We drink like a 30-pack between me and my buddy Grant, and we're 17 years old. And the guy goes, "You guys got to leave." We're like, "Oh, shit, where are we going to go? How are we going to get home?" And I had this like beat up Camry. I was like, "I'll drive." And it was the biggest, it's so dumb. And I'm backing out, and he's just like, "Dude, you're hitting the bushes." I'm hitting the sides of the bushes. And she's like, I was like, "Yeah, I can see I'm hitting the bushes, dude. I don't know how to correct it." And he's like, so we start driving. We drive all the way from 32nd Street in Shea. He lived on, is it Goldwater? No,
Sweetwater?
Sweetwater, yeah. He lives like right here on 92nd Street.
Okay.
So we pull in, and we get out of the car. We drove from 32nd to 92nd in Shea. We get out of the car. There's not a leaf. There's an oleander bush hanging out of the passenger side of my car. And we're both so drunk. We stand there and we look at it for like 5 minutes. And he's like, "Should we take it out?" I'm like, it seems like a morning problem, dude. Let's get it in the morning. So we just go. His dad wakes up and he goes, "Was Ricardo drinking last night?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "Why?" It's like, "There's a bush hanging from his car." And we look outside, and there's just this giant... It was a bush. It wasn't a branch. It was a bush.
The whole thing lifted from the ground.
Yeah, I uploaded a bush.
That's awesome.
So that was the worst thing. And that's why I don't... Well, I still drove drunk, but now I have my DUI, so I don't do anything.
Good for you.
Yeah, that DUI was like a life blessing. I was like, man, I could...
So many people
Don't
have
drive
actually
drunk.
said that.
Yeah, everybody
Really?
says
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have
Those-
stopped until I got
The
it.
punishment's so severe. People are like, "Oh God."
Never.
The
Yeah.
punishment doesn't... It's severe, but it doesn't fit the crime. Like, when I was there in the jail, it was so dumb because they would get all these other DUI guys, but all these other DUI guys, like 5 out of 6 of them were all drug dealers.
I think the worst thing is how much it costs to get a DUI.
Well, it was like they were... One of the guys was like, "Oh, I sell Coke." And the other guy's like, "I sell Oxy. Why don't we set each other up with Coke? Because I got people that need Oxy. I got people that need Coke." And then one guy's like, "Hey, I sell ecstasy. Let's all get..." It was like goddamn LinkedIn for criminals. Like, they're like, that's what one guy said as he left. He's like, hit me up on LinkedIn. I was like, "Are you
Hit
kidding
me up on
me?"
LinkedIn.
Like
Check out my
drug deal.
portfolio.
Yeah. I was like, dude. So, yeah, the money's the worst. Well, the breathalyzer and the car is the worst. But
Yeah. But even that's like a monthly payment from what I understand.
yeah, the money from the breathalyzer is also ridiculous. Because I'm like, dude,
It's like $80 a month or something, right?
it was
Maybe
like
more?
120 when I was doing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Back when I was doing it.
Back in my day, the DUIs.
What about
Yeah,
you?
I think it ended up costing me like
The
$6,000.
worst thing I ever did as a kid?
Yeah.
I
But do you
don't
do this
know.
question with everybody though?
Yes, we love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but I never really talk about it so much. Nancy, you got to take off?
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Oh, that's all right. Bye. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
Like, I did mischievous stuff, but I'd also make a friend of mine do it worse. Like, I was an
worse?
instigator.
Okay.
But, like, at the time, we didn't think it was a big deal. We, like, rode our bikes around the neighborhood and sprayed Easy Cheese in people's mailboxes and then realized it's like a federal offense.
Like filled it up or?
I mean, yeah, like all over their mail, and just it was so they'd stick their hand in when they get their mail, and it'd get all over their hand. But then we never stuck around to see it happen. We just it was dumb. This one, I'll tell this story. So we rode the bus home, and him and I sit down in the bus, and there's a tiny hole, like a little tiny hole in the cushion, and the seat in front of us.
The leather.
Right?
It was real shitty leather.
Yes, like the green. Yeah, fucking awful.
Yeah, ours was light brown.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, so you'd burn when you sit on it.
Yeah. So there's a tiny little hole, and we're towards the back of the bus, and I gave him my keys to my house. I was like, dude, make the hole bigger. He was like, I mean, okay, whatever. So he keeps making it bigger and bigger. Dude, by the time we got home to our stop, the whole cover was off.
All the upholstery was
just everything was gone, dude. Like, it was a bare seat.
See, like, I hated riding the bus. I got, like, bad things just happened to me when I was a kid. Like, just out of nowhere. I got punched by the dirty kid. Like, you know, the kid that this kid had gross earwax, like a lot of it. And he just was unshowered all the time, wore the same thing over and over and over. And I was making fun of him, calling him Robert Booger Wooger Johnson. And I turned.
How did you know that? How do you feel knowing that that's probably a child abuse?
Yeah,
what he was suffering, and you're like Robert Booger Wooger Johnson.
Yeah. So I turned for
Hasn't eaten in
validation
3
from
days.
someone like, "Yeah, that was pretty funny, wasn't it?" And then when I turned back to Robert, he was over the back of the seat, and I was sitting in my seat. He was over the back of the seat when I was making fun of him. And when I turned back, his fist is halfway to me.
Oh, shit.
And it just hit me like right under the left eye. And I just immediately just started crying. And I stopped riding the bus from then on because I was made fun of constantly. They're like, "You cried when he hit you?"
Oh,
like,
that sucks, dude.
It's like, "He hit hard. Shut up." Like,
Well, dude, when my friend took the bus seat off, we got off the bus, and the bus started driving away. We're like, cool, now there's no way they can prove it was us. Like, the bus driver will see it when he's done.
Oh, yeah,
Be like,
cameras.
whatever. Yeah. But then it stopped, like 15 feet away. The bus just stopped, and we're like, oh, we're fucked.
Jesus.
So, yeah, we ran home. So we come up all the rest of the day and night, we come up with a story. And our whole elaborate plan was to say, if we got called in and got in trouble, was to say that it was like that when we got there. Which it clearly wasn't. And the next day at school, we get called into the office individually. And I go first, and they're like, we got this call from the bus, and vandalism, whatever. And I was like, oh, I knew this was going to happen. The seat was like that when we sat down. And I always get blamed for all this stuff. And he was like, just go have a seat outside. I walk out of his office, the vice principal's office. And my friend walks in. I look at him in the eye, and I'm like, wink, like, dude, we're good. Okay, so he's in there.
He ratted you out.
Well, yeah, because he's an idiot.
Even after the wig, he was
Okay, so he goes in there, and he's in there way longer than me. So I'm like, things are not going as planned. They broke him.
He's giving up details, whose key we
Yes.
use.
Dude,
What a dick.
He sits in there, and the vice principal's like, tell me the story. And he's like, and tell me the truth, because if we find out you're lying, the consequences are severe. Like, very severe. And my friend's like, yeah, we did it. Kevin gave me the key. I ripped it off, and, I apologize. Just please don't, whatever. So he calls me back in.
Your parents have to pay for it?
Yeah.
Like,
He called, it was the greatest shit ever, because I hated taking the bus. Our punishment was that we couldn't ride the bus for like 2 months. Like, this is the best thing ever. And yeah, our parents had to pay for it. But when he called me back in, he's like, so you want to go over that story again? I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. It was like that when we sat down. And he's like, I'm going to give you one more chance. And I'm like, you can try and interrogate me all you want, but I can't fend far from the truth. And he was like, yeah, well, Rob told us everything. And how you gave him your key and all this. I'm like, you motherfucker. Looked at him, but it was cool after that. I put him through some shit, man.
I remember.
well, now you know never to trust him.
I shot him with tear gas one time.
What? How do you get tear gas?
I didn't know it was tear gas.
Thought it was just regular.
Just regular gas.
Just gas that could kill him.
Shooting it at someone.
That's a whole different story.
I was when I was little. I was running. Basically, I was taking bets like a bookie when
Nice.
I was in like 6th grade,
Been into
7th
this shit
grade,
for a while.
and I remember I won a shit ton of money. I won for a 6-year-old. I won $150.
Oh, dude, that's like $1 billion.
Or not a 6-year-old, a
for-
sixth grade. It was
grader.
in the '94. The Denver Nuggets qualified as the AC.
Yeah,
and
when
they played
beat
the Sonics. And I was taking like 4-1 bets and I won. And so they were like, where one of the kids told that that's why he couldn't get lunch that day was because he gave my money to Ricardo. And they're like, why did you get money to Ricardo? And so they're like, we need to see your pockets. And I pull out all these ones from all these random kids that lost the bet. I had like over $150 in my pocket. And she's like, where'd you get all these ones? I'm like, my mom gave them to me. She's like, Robert said.
She has a different job.
Yeah. And so they made me pay each kid back. I was like, God damn, bitch.
Bummer.
I made them pay me like after, but I was like, after school, you guys are going to pay me. Oh,
Man,
I was a bad kid.
I was never like, I never got caught in lies and stuff, but
see, that's where I can straight up. My wife is terrible at lying.
love
I will
telling
stand
the
in the
truth.
pocket
Well, it's
and like
much
not.
easier.
I will not care. Like I will stand there and they'll be like, "Dude, we have you on footage." That doesn't look like me at all, dude. And that's my dad. Like my dad was like the womanizer that got cut. Nope, just not me.
no.
Yeah, yeah. So like, my wife is just terrible at that though. She gets flustered and I'm like, dude, you gotta lie. She's like, why do we have to lie to people? I'm like, because it's easier than telling them the truth. She's like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, I know it doesn't make sense, but that's the way I was brought up. You lie at every opportunity you can. So that's the way I raise my kids.
I think it's funny to tell someone the truth to their face and then see their reaction front seat. That's the best for me.
What do you mean?
Like if I'm like, no, that sucked. Like someone's like, hey, what did you? Well, no, because I don't do it like that bad.
No.
I don't do it that bad with comedy.
You do to people that you're friends with.
Well, yeah,
You'll be honest.
because they respect the honesty.
Yeah.
But someone that I don't know or really, it's because I don't want to go into a longer conversation.
with them.
Right. If someone that I don't know and they're like, oh, what'd you think? I'm like, it's good. If I was like, nah, I didn't like, if I go into details, I didn't like this part. I liked how you did this, but you could have done this to do it better. I like how you did this. What do you think of that? Then it's just a conversation with someone that I really don't know. And it's someone
It's awkward.
Yeah. And if they're horrible at conversation, I just wish I'd rather just go, oh, you did good, man. Oh, look over here. Let's go over
Walk
there.
away.
I either blame the weed and just go, I forgot to watch you, man. Sorry. Or my favorite kiss ass moment is I'll get to them before they get to me, and I'll be like, oh man, you were on stage. How did it feel? And then they can't ask me how they did. Because I'll be like, how did it feel? And they're like, oh, it was great. And in their head, they're like, oh, it was great. He saw it. He said I was on stage. But I was like, I didn't say you were good on stage. I just said you were on stage.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
It was the shit.
Dude, I crushed everybody.
But that's what I get in trouble for is like, I don't think people ever ask me to watch them, thankfully, because
They know better.
well, and I'm the
They don't
nicest.
want the hard truth. They'd rather somebody.
Dude, I'll tell you what I thought about something if I don't like it or if I don't want.
It would be good feedback.
Yeah, and I'll tell you just straight up, and it doesn't mean that I don't think you're funny. It just means like, hey, that wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Or do it this way or try it this way. But I would never tell anybody like how to do their set or anything. To me, it's your
I won't
voice.
tell somebody to stop doing stand up,
Yeah.
but
I will.
they can
I
eventually
enjoy
get good
the
at it.
train.
I don't know.
I enjoy the train wrecks.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
That one guy on Wednesday actually crushed.
Oh my god, yeah, he's
Who?
funny. I don't know.
He's got it all recited.
Oh,
I
Gerber.
think he's got autism or Asperger's.
The
guy's
guy that
nuts.
wears shorts.
Yeah.
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 Jonathan Gerber.
Yeah.
That's his name. Oh,
I told
man.
you he's like it's like if they gave John Griggs Adderall.
Yeah.
Like he's just as hyper but more focused. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, his shit is 100% written out, rehearsed.
He can't. Yeah,
if he got a heckler, he'd be fucked. I mean, he wouldn't even know how to get back into his act.
He's like Arizona Lou on cocaine.
I
Do you know Arizona Lou?
don't know.
He's got
haven't seen him in a
word
while,
for word. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while either. He's got word for word set, with pauses and blanks in it for inserting laughter, applause breaks, and if he asks someone their name or something, he'll...
You know what's sad, though?
Yeah,
I've seen guys that are doing 8 or 9 years, and they're actually getting work, and they still the exact same, I know, right? And they use the exact same saves, the exact same pauses, and the exact... It's like, dude, how do you not... Yeah, it's like, how do you not want to shoot yourself in the face? I would go so crazy if I was just... They're doing the same jokes for like 7 years. I'm like, dude, how do you not...
I'd lose my mind, dude.
I would go crazy.
I get sick. I mean, I'll still tell jokes that work for paid shows, but I get tired of them real quickly.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I'm like, dude, it's been like a month and I've said this joke. I'm like, I'm over it.
Like if I do a joke for a year,
then you ditch it.
Once I know it works,
I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to, because I'm filling up a notebook. Why stick to the stuff that's in the previous notebook? There's no reason.
You always have those jokes in your back pocket if you need them.
You have the new
but
stuff.
There's no point in working on them anymore.
Right in front of you. And a new idea is fresh.
Yeah.
Like
and it's so fun
to
tell a new one. It's way more fun to bomb on a new joke than it is to just go through the motions on an old joke.
Yeah. John Roy has a good... If you ever read John, if you read his stand-up Tumblr, whatever the fuck he calls it, it's really good. It's about how you should do open mics, and he teaches a class, but I mean, he's not teaching you, he's just telling you to do that.
Yeah.
Go out and try a joke 10, 11 times and don't waver on it. Try to continue to like make that joke funny, and to keep burning through new stuff. So it's really good.
If you believe in it, or you thought it was funny at some point in the beginning, if you wrote it down for some reason, then there's something there.
Yeah.
You just have to find the right approach or tagline, something.
And I mean, you can give up and come back to it. That's what the dead baby thing never works, but it's one day once.
I always like that when you love a joke and it just bomb, crush. And that's so out. You're like, oh, how did I do that? And then it's just bomb. Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm out. It was a special fluke. People liked it for some reason that night.
Yeah, those suck. They give you a dishonest read.
Yeah,
it's rough. We got to wrap up.
Sweet.
But go ahead again.
Every third Tuesday.
Third Tuesday
at the House of Comedy, 7:30. Like I said, if there's local guys that want to come out, we do. Like I said, the show is very eclectic. We pull 2 names from a bucket, and it's not like if you don't like me, I'm not going to put you up. It's not like that. It's like, come out. We're just drawing straight names from a bucket. Audience members are going to draw them, so it's not like, oh, Ian had so and so's name in his hand. It's none of that BS. You'll see it's as fair as possible. And then if you stick through halfway through, we do another drawing for the open mic comics. 2 of them get to have a rap battle or a snap battle at the end, because the following week is Charlie Spees' snap battle preliminaries for his finals. And if you win that snap battle at the end of the show, you go straight into Spees' snap battles. And then at the very, very end, we pull 1 more name from the bucket, and if you stayed through the whole show but didn't get up, we're going to give you whoever that name is. They automatically are booked for our next Tuesday. So, I mean, it's a lot of great opportunities for local comics to get some stage time and at least try something different.
And it's a super fun concept, totally different.
Yeah, you're not going to be there for 3-4 hours listening to just the same jokes, the same everything. It's going to be totally a different concept.
I love it, man. So, the first one is the 20th,
October 20th.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So everybody plan, be there, man. House of Comedy up in City North, Desert Ridge area, and it's only $3, right?
$3. It's free for comics, but $3 for everybody else. And they have a ton of drink specials, $3. So
it's 5350 East High Street, and it's Suite 105. But that doesn't matter because you'll see it if you're just on the street down there.
You can't miss it. Go to the Heckler for drinks before, which is just the bar that's inside. Guys,
I never knew that's what it was called.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Seriously, thank you. Thank you.
Finally.
I know I've asked Ian for 10 years. He says I never asked him once.
Hey, what did Howard say?
Oh, are you done?
No.
Oh, you can turn it off.
Okay. See you guys. Have a good week.
This has been another proud production of the Four-Eyed Radio Network. You want to see more shows, go check out www.foureyedradio.com, you winkers.